Okay, the next riff is starting at 2:48. So, you know, watch the video, listen at 2:48, and this is the riff that we're going to be working at. Remember, it's my cover, not the original song, because otherwise your timings are going to get messed up. Now this, I'm pretty sure Steve Vai makes a mistake in the recording here, because I listened really closely for what the notes were, and it sort of sounded like it wasn't quite what he intended to play, but don't tell him. Basically, you're bending on the B string from the 20th fret, and then you bend back down, and you sort of slide across those strings, but not smoothly. So you want to make sure you can hear all those 4 notes, if possible. Then you've got this sort of jumping sort of thing going along the fretboard. So you've got this up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, finishing on the 8th fret here. Now the next part's quite easy on the left hand, it's the right hand that's going to be quite difficult. You've got a sort of sweeping action going with the right hand. And with the left hand, you've got a very basic minor 7th arpeggio, moving through some different positions. It's a sweeping action with the right hand, down, 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 up on the last string. The left hand does the same position. We're just going to be moving through different frets. Now I'm going to talk about the 3rd finger, so that you know where to position that, and the rest should follow. So you've got, that's on the 10th, sorry, that's on the 9th fret. Then you've got it up from the 11th. Then you've got it from the 14th, 16th, then it's a chromatic thing, 17, 18, 17, 18, 19, 20, finishing with a 22 to 24 fret bend. So you've got the high bend on the end. Again, check out the cover for hearing it at full speed. Really try and slow that one down, but I hope that sort of clears up what the arpeggios are, because a lot of people I've seen are playing with like these really big arpeggios. It's only 3 notes with a little finger thing at the end. You don't need to go any further than that. The final 2 riffs I'm going to talk about are the sort of the climax of the song, the big ones that most people want to try and get right when they're playing it. The first one is the hammer on and pull off thing, where in the cover video you see I'm muting the strings with the right hand. Now I'm not going to teach you a note for note transcription of this, because to be honest it won't be as beneficial as it would to sort of give you some guidance and to let you figure it out on your own. I think that'll be more beneficial than me telling you the exact notes that you need to play. But one of the tricks you need to be able to get under your fingers is the trill or flutters. Now you can do a lot of different exercises that can work on the left hand flutter technique. It's where you rapidly alternate between two notes on the same string. Now you need to be fluent with all 4 fingers, so the 1 and 2, the 1 and 3, and the 1 and 4. Now it's very important that you get those flutters so you can do them for about 60 seconds each, so it might be worth just taking a finger combination and fluttering between the 2. And just keep it going for as long as you can hold it with the 1 and 2, then move on to 1 and 3, 1 and 4. Great warm up before you attempt to do this one. Now the positions are what I'm going to show you, where you do your flutters. Now it starts on the 15th and the 17th. And you flutter, you can either use your 1 and 3 or the 1 and 2. Basically you trill as fast as you can and try and get it in time if possible, but if not, if you can trill fast enough, tweak in a little bit of delay and you'll get away with it. If you want to get it dead on, then you're going to have to listen to the video and try and match and sync up your flutters. That's the first position. You then slide down with the first finger. The first finger is going to be pretty much rooted the whole time you're doing these flutters. And you've got a sort of 4-finger position here. You've got 15 and 12, 14 and 12, 15 and 17. And you've got this sort of pattern. Going through, so you're sort of trilling, you know, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, as fast as you can. the whole way through that riff. Take a lot of control with the left hand to be able to get that, but I'm sure you guys can do it. If you're watching a Steve Vai video, I'm pretty sure you're pretty good at that. So you move through those finger combinations, listen to the video to sort of figure out where those notes fall. That's that position. When you hear it move down to the next one, you're dealing with a D major sort of arpeggio, but the positions are from the 10th fret to the 12th with the second finger, and then the 4th finger handling the 14th fret. You can see I'm doing a second off, 4 off, and you trill those two together. Then you move down to the 7th fret here with the first finger, 2nd fret on the 8th, and the 4th finger on the 10th fret. Same pattern again, where you're alternating each finger, 4 off, 2 off, 4 off, 2 off. Then you move to this position here, the 5th, 7th and the 8th. The final position that you've got to get is on the B string now, where you alternate between the 7th, 5th and 3rd. Now timing wise for all of that, I would recommend you just listen to that recording. If you can use a piece of transcribing software to slow down the recording, that would be even better, so you can hear when to move the notes. But it's all about that flutter technique and having control, and eventually your mind will flow into what is being played. Once you hit this one, you're pretty much free. You need to be able to have this right hand off the fretboard as much as possible, because you're going to need to tap with it. And all you do, tap on the 12th fret, tap on the 12th fret on the high E, 12th fret on the B. And when you hear it move to the final combination, you go into the G string, you tap on the 11th fret now, not the 12th. And you've got that pattern. That's when the whammy bar comes in. And you sort of slide up whilst hitting the whammy bar the whole way through, getting ready for the high bend. One tip, because I found this when I was learning it, don't tuck the pick into your hand when you're doing the tapping, which is what I normally do, and most people normally do when they're tapping, because you need that plectrum. There isn't a chance from tapping to the high bend to get the pick back into the fingers. I couldn't figure out how to do it anyway. If you know how, I'll post a video response, because I'll be interested to see. But for me, that didn't work. So I had to make sure that I was tapping with my 2nd and 3rd fingers on the right hand. Pretty key, that one, for all that tapping section. Okay, the final riff that I'm going to talk about, I know it's been quite a long video, is the final run at the very end, and it's quite easy to remember if you know your natural minor scale, E natural minor. On 2 strings, you need to know your E natural minor scale. Now the pattern that you're doing is you're starting at the 7th fret, hammering onto the 8th, changing string, 7, and then you're skipping one of the notes of the natural minor and hammering on at the 10th. You come back down, and that itself is the pattern. And all you do is you shift it up 1 fret at a time. Once you get to that note up there, you pause on the E on the B string here. So you can see how the pattern, once you know the pattern, you're not actually having to remember loads and loads of different combinations of notes. You just need to know your E natural minor scale and know that you're just shifting up 1 fret and doing the pattern again and again. It's a musical sequence. You've hit that on the 17th fret there. Then we sort of start again, but this time starting from the 12th. Now at the very end, you sort of repeat the pattern twice. But you can see how the pattern is exactly the same. But this time you start from here and you just move up 1 fret at a time till you get to this one, which is an octave above where you started. And then you add a, on the end, the high bend to the 24th. Your neighbours will love that one. That's it, guys. I didn't want to make this a note for note transcription, because like I say, it'll be a 3-hour video, and I've got a lot of lessons that I need to make as well. But I hope that this video sort of clears up some of the more difficult riffs in that song. If there's a riff that you're finding really difficult when you're learning this song and you'd like some pointers on it, post a comment, leave a video response and show me where you're struggling, and I'll get back to you and give you a hand. Alternatively, head to the website, the forum, and post your response there. Final note from me: if you could do me a massive favour, up in the top right hand corner there's a little subscribe button, or somewhere on this page where I am there's a little subscribe button with an annotation over it. If you could hover over it and click on it, it'll take a second of your time, but it makes a massive difference on what I'm able to do. I'm trying to get these video lessons into schools across the country so that we can have free guitar lessons for any student, any pupil, any child who wants to pick up the guitar. And just a small action of clicking that like or subscribe button is going to help to make that a reality. So if you can do that, I will be massively grateful. Hope you guys are alright. Have a great week learning that song. It is a tough one, I'll definitely give you that. But with perseverance, determination, and the willingness to practice correctly, you guys will get it, no doubt at all. So I look forward to seeing your video responses and your covers of this song. It's an absolute brilliant song, and I'll see you guys over at riffs.com, where you can find plenty more lessons like this one.